What's going on, everybody? This is Travis from Candid at the Movies, and today I will be reviewing the Amazon original film known as Roleplay. Now it does stars Kaley Cuoco and David Oyelowo. Probably said that wrong. But the basis of this movie is Emma and Dave both being two parents who are basically caught up with their work, and they missed their wedding anniversary and basically decide to go to New York, play a role-playing game where they don't know each other, and then some things start to happen with Emma's past and her work coming together, with her being a secret assassin. And basically you're watching how she is trying to getting out of this get on her and basically save her family. Now, I can honestly say this is a very big departure for Kaley Cuoco. I'm not used to seeing her being in the action film realm, and with her being the action star, it's very different. And I feel like she does a decent job of it, but I think if you're seeing her in that frame of good old romantic comedies that she's always in, or if you're just basically watching her from TV shows, you're not gonna really see her in this light. And it's very different. With this movie also being rated R, you are getting some bloody moments, action and kills, and it may be startling for people that are used to her being in Big Bang Theory. It may be a shock to you seeing her do this, and it's very different to watch. And especially with David Oyelowo's character, I'm used to seeing him doing a lot of different stuff, but him being the comedic lead in the movie was very different. He does a decent job, but when you're used to seeing him be more the straight man and him being the leader of everything, seeing him take a backseat is very interesting to watch. Now, I will say that this movie has its ups and its downs. It's not the perfect movie. You're gonna feel a little bit more like this is going to be like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and it does have that on the comedy aspect, not so much the action aspect. The action aspect is a little subdued at times, and then they ramp it up at other times, so it's kind of hard to get a gauge on how you want to view it. I do feel like this movie is good for families, not so much for putting your kids to watch this movie. It's good for families to see that, hey, even though we're going through tough times, we're still here for one another. That aspect of the movie is really good. The spy aspect of this movie is hit or miss as well. Honestly, the best character in this movie that comes to be a foil is Bill Nighy, and you only get him for a little bit. It's not long. And you kind of, after he leaves the movie, you kind of are missing that, because even with Connie Nielsen in the movie, she just does not really bring a threat to the movie, if that makes sense to you. Like, her moment honestly feels like the Mark Wahlberg movie where Ciarán Hinds was the villain, and it just felt real formulaic. And that really was a detriment to the movie and to the actors. I will say the children that are in this movie were pretty entertaining, but it felt like they were just thrown to the side. Like, they could have had a little bit more into the story. It just felt like they were just thrown into just like, oh, I forgot we got children. Let's put them in here. So that kind of was a little sucky about it. This movie is not that long, but it drags. So I can honestly say if you put this on, watch it while you're doing some cleaning, you'll be fairly entertained by it. I don't think this is going to be something memorable. If it would have went to the theaters, maybe it would have done a little bit decent, but not too. It wouldn't have made much money. And especially with everything coming out this weekend, this is something that's probably at the bottom of the barrel, because everyone's going to forget about it, let alone if they even heard about it. So my final score for this movie, I would give it honestly a C-. It does its job, but it's not something you're actually going to remember probably by next month. You're going to forget about this movie even happening. So comment below, let me know what you thought about this movie, if you're going to check it out, or if you thought it was worth your time. I'd love to hear what everybody has to say, but like I stated, this is Travis from Candid at the Movies. We appreciate y'all, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.